All right, welcome on back to some Sunday evening musings. Oh, actually, I'm gonna keep on because I started making a film, and then wait, let's see. Anyways, got very distracted. But huge news, good news, everyone. Like Professor Farnsworth. Um, how am I gonna get this horse in there through the double doors? So I'm starting to make a barn, so those other horses aren't just hanging out. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna keep working on getting more wheat. In fact, let's go ahead and go do that. So, anyways, we'll go ahead and leave all the stuff. And I took these out because they were able to exit. But anyway, the good news. I figured out how to, and it was actually pretty easy. I'm kind of embarrassed that it took me until today to do it, but I can host a website on GitHub in my GitHub. It's awesome. Like it's just a static website, so it's very similar to my CodePen, but the difference is I can actually link as many of the CodePen files now to the same website. So whereas I mean CodePen's still nice, it's cool to see like the HTML, the CSS, and the JavaScript for any website on there kind of side by side, and it's really easy to see that code. Um, this way I can actually have well my own website. I mean it's still pretty simple. I mean from what I can see. They make sure to say static website. And static usually means like not dynamic, not changing, predictable. Like maybe the size doesn't change, it's not a variable size. And I'm thinking, I mean, there's probably not a way to link it to a database, but if there is, then that would actually be able to test and develop quite a bit of cool stuff there. So, I don't know. Also, I was trying to get more wheat. It's painfully slow. I mean, I can get melons. I can even get netherwort like crazy. So, but anyways, this also means that now I can do basic web development for free on GitHub, and I can kind of test it out. I can outline and record. Well, not like record. Like I can document all the arguments, the debates, and like the twisting, winding roads I've gone on, like discussing things with people, and just kind of come to a consensus. And then I can pass around that website, which is actually my first name, last name, and then 719. So I need to make sure that I continue to uphold decency on it, like I try to do with everything. That's why you'll notice on here I really try not to swear. And I actually need to check if that one episode went through, because I did, I think, let one through. I wanted to just bleep it out, or actually just erase it. You can omit certain, oh wait. Oh, they'll grow a little. Oh wait, no, those went from seeds to potatoes. There we go. How'd you get over there? Okay, I'll save you by being a little pushy. No, where are you going? Why? Do you want to keep? Okay, I don't know what to tell you. Let's go to sleep. So, anyways, that's exciting because I mean it's kind of hard to share out links to Docs, Google Docs. I mean, it's okay if they're like secondary links, but like the initial link, and then same with like on XApp, how you can do a link tree, which lists all your socials or sources or something, or like more than one thing. As is, I just have my YouTube, which directs them here, which is kind of sporadic and all that, and like and too cumbersome too. I think I need to finally take some videos down. So actually, didn't I have? I guess I did, but not very well. And these are probably all. That's probably why. It's not wheat. That's potatoes. So, anyways, and as is, I've got my brainstorms page, which is on a CodePen or was up until now. Now it's on the GitHub too. It basically outlines like a broad overview of everything that I've been looking into, like alternative energy, education, the websites I've been trying to make. Oh, whoa. I didn't see those when I was here last. All right, that might actually be all of it. So I think we can forget about all that other nonsense. Which means, actually, let's go ahead and leave this. Oh, because I don't need it. Okay. But, like, anyways, all, like, kind of my theories, the projects I'm working on, the reasons for all of it, you know, what the goals are, what I'm trying to accomplish. And yeah, and linking it all together because each piece individually, like advocating for the adult industry or, you know, legal markets for cannabis and psychedelics and properly using them in clinics and such and, you know, all these different things, very taboo topics. That's why, like, even sharing around that communal thing, it's kind of risky, the Google Doc for that. But it makes sense. And for the people that do know a little more about problems like that have experienced such problems firsthand, it makes a lot of sense to them, like temporary assistance and whatnot, and like, you know, judgment free. Ooh, I also need more fence posts. Let's see. There we go. It's not gonna be completely done, but getting pretty close there. Oh, who am I kidding? That's a long ways to go. What is that? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, wait, 1, 2, 3, 6, so 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, like 22. And then what else I was talking about is, so this is how they were getting over earlier. So I need to put fence posts. So yeah, now it's just a matter of um, now it's just a matter of organizing all the stuff and cleaning it up, and really I want to see like how much of the ARCO stuff, like the random math question generator stuff works. Let's see. Honestly, I think. I mean, now that it's all fences except for there, I can go ahead and let them roam free. There we go. Let free range, walking around on hay. I'm gonna assume they have plenty of food. I did feed them apples when I got them, but there we go. Now they have a nice place, and I mean, this is awesome. Like, the next step is to try to figure out how to do containers. I don't think you can do that with GitHub, but if that's the case, that would be really helpful. But I mean, for now, I can at least move all of my code for my tutorials and stuff and put them on there in like a more visually appealing way. Or I can even have like a way to display the code stuff that I do have on there. Uh, I don't know. There's a lot of possibilities here, and it's really exciting. I mean, granted, I had a lot of the same stuff with the CodePen stuff, but now having it all in one central place, it's exciting. And then I want to try the voting ID thing. I mean, if I could link it to a database, then that would be able to do that. You know, a secure database, and then figure out the best way to do encryption. I mean, I really don't think about a private key public key for every single voter and for them to be able to understand all that. However, I don't know. Maybe that could still be possible with a pass key that they make, and that's only unique to them. Ooh. Okay. But that being, well, no, more can be created from that. All right. Well, I think I know where I need to go next, but I would like to just like make a website and just be able to showcase everything all in one spot with like nice buttons and I could spend hours on the actual web develop or the web design. Like there's a lot that it takes a lot to adjust that stuff. I mean, and of course then you could just like constantly go back and forth, be like, no, does this look better? Nah, this look better, and just yeah. I'd like to figure out if I could run like some PHP files and do like I was talking a little while ago about having a database of images with the descriptions and artist information like name, date created, stuff like that. Then that was really fun to make that website. But I had all the hosting taken care of. I didn't have to worry about setting up the server, starting it, worrying that it was visible anywhere. Like you would just go to the CSU like website domain and it would be there. Which I'm sure it's not there anymore, but although I say that, and I am still on the CS website, so that's funny. Just like a mention in a slideshow, it's like a relic. Oh wait, I think there's still a lot of other stuff in there, but let's go ahead and yeah. I think I saw some deterioration. That might have been it. No, there. Oh yep, I see it. Now they're disappearing a lot faster. Kinda. There we go. All right. And the rectangle is filled in now, so that's cool. And if you'll notice, the melon pyramid up top isn't quite filled in. Oh, and I was thinking about doing like the all-seeing eye above the pyramid, just to make some like symbolism or make it symbolic, or I don't know what the correct one is. There's a part in Boondock Saints, the movie, where they kind of go back and forth with that. Um, but anyways, just to have the book of Greg and the book of Chad and the book of, and like Brett too, like you know, just the different ways. Not quite the Darwin Awards because Darwin is like disrespectful, like look how dumb these people were that died or whatever. But just like the lessons learned from each life and just kind of like a paying respects to it type of thing. So and then how do we fix it moving forward? Because like I've mentioned before, a couple of my buddies had kids that they left behind. And it would be nice to make sure that, and I mean, and not saying that their parent can't provide and can't find someone else and be two parents or, but just making it as easy as possible for single parents to be able to provide everything that a normal, well, quote unquote normal, like what's normal anymore, but, you know, the more traditional family with traditional family resources. Cool. So, and even though like a lot of the judgment isn't even real, like, but it's perceived, and so. And some of it really is like people getting mad at people on food stamps and like like oh get a job or this or that. Like I don't know. It's like I mean, having kids is tough. It's expensive. Millions of dollars. So oh, I'm just so excited. I can host a website. That's crazy. Like I'm gonna put everything on, and I already started doing it. Like I got the brainstorms page as the index, and that already has a bunch of links to other stuff. And I was able to link the CSS to it, and what else did I put in there? Oh, I put a sample HTML file and I made a hierarchy in GitHub already. I don't know how you're supposed to do it, but there's a way you can force it to happen if you like change the name when naming a new file to include the file path of a subfolder. It will create that subfolder in there. It's awesome. Like it seems kind of hacky, but it works. So let's see. I was also gonna probably make that like a pavilion, so they're like good from the rain. Yeah. Actually, I'm kind of losing my steam. Tired for the day. Daylight savings time springing forward. Let's go back and harvest some things. We still need to get some more wheat. So, yeah, this is a nice memorial highway. Beautiful scenery. A lot of cherry blossoms. The grass is almost, well, over halfway filled it out. And I have two houses. Yeah. Actually, let's go ahead and finish that project real quick. Put all the torches on there. So I guess I need to go back and add the website to all the descriptions of the videos. And that way, like anybody curious about the projects can go see for themselves. And I'm thinking like, debate pieces and discussions, like highlighting every, oh man. I don't know if I have enough, we'll see. I'm gonna have to find some somewhere else. Basically, I put one on every landing, so every corner. Oh man, let's get dizzy. At least you can't fall off, although I shouldn't completely trust that because I could have miscounted on one of the steps and made it short. And that's like a 50-50 of lethality. Uh, 'cause if you look down there, oh man, actually I can jump over all of it. Alright, just don't jump. There we go. Oops. Where'd that one go? And we're halfway done. Can't really tell. Oh, actually, yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I'm not gonna make it all the way. Alright. Oh, pretty dang close though. 3 short. Alright, now here comes the fun part. Wah! Ah! Oh my gosh. Oh, now I gotta go find some new torches. But look at that. Light up. I am glad I kept it to just like one strand instead of the whole thing. Plus, that's a lot of glass. Granted, I do have a lot of glass. I mean, I probably could have made it all the way. Hmm. Well, let's see about some chests. I mean, I'm really thinking about outlining like the argument for cannabis legalization because that's still one of the sensitive subjects that like I need to worry about for some of my family members because some of them are so old school they're like, and even though they've even said like they don't care if other people do it, it's just like, which is aggravating because it's like that doesn't make sense. Like you can't be beholden, anyways, holding people to a different standard than other people. It just seems silly. So even though it's saying as much. Anyway, so there's that. But having all the overwhelming evidence to at least allow it, let alone, support it for medicinal purposes, and then psychedelics for all of their benefits, when used responsibly. It's just basically all the things. And then it would be a good way to keep track of everything going on politically, the promises made, promises kept, and the discrepancies. Because like already, I mean, yeah, Trump's doing a lot of stuff, but if he's doing really what people think and what he says, I mean, already, I don't get it why he can't. I mean, it's either he can't tell honest numbers just because nobody corrects him that's around him or something. It could be an honest mistake, but he just doesn't. Or like he could be analyzing them in a different light, like considering someone's wealth by their net income instead of their gross, or vice versa. Like there's different ways to think of things that would change the story, or change the outcome of like the opinions of a story. And with his speech, the fact checking right after from NPR, and then the Democratic response, like the funding for Ukraine, like the number was or like inflated or whatever, it was exaggerated. There you go. And it's just like unnecessarily so. And it's like, I feel like just check them before you go on. Make sure those numbers are right. And nobody else does, because nobody wants to like say anything like bad against him. Kind of like I wonder how many other people, when he made this post on XApp, he was like, he who is saving his country can break no laws, or some kind of saying like that. And I said, wrong. However, I will admit that I would like to see the lawfare come to an end. And that's true. Like, all of those lawsuits and everything against him ended up just being, like, nothing really all that important, and, like, or fines or something. And it was just, like, it was made a whole circus out of, and people were thinking, oh, he's going to prison for, life or whatever. And, like, 34 felonies, oh my gosh. And then come to find out it was all concurrent related to and it's just rich people problems. Like, that's a crime that, nobody that I would know would ever even think to try to commit. Like, couldn't even possibly conceive of being able to pull something like that off, But at the same time, like, it's just, like, talk about a witch hunt. And, like, and then, of course, going back and forth and all the court cases and the time and the money and the effort, when really they could be discussing other things, like how to fix things, or negotiating better deals and terms on behalf of the people, and working together for solutions. But instead, it feels like they just want to make it look like they're working, acting busy, and just fighting and arguing and bickering. They forgot how to actually, like, fix the country. Oh no, but we're gonna get them. We're gonna. And I did like that part. He was like, "How'd that work out for you? Like all the lawsuits and everything." I mean, it's ridiculous. That needs to stop. It's an embarrassment, I guess, to the country. Like, I don't know. And then there's that music too, the enchanting music. It gets a little intense here. Or maybe it's still coming up. Oh. Doing so good. Slacked off. Oh, but anyways, just to document stuff like that and get real numbers and relevance, like relevance, who's affected, and basically like the blue book of everything, keeping track of everything that's going on, and then and collaborating with my friends and stuff, having them take a look at the website, see what they agree or disagree with, and like they can suggest edits, and I would edit accordingly, and get multiple people's perspectives, and then when people see it as the big picture of everything that's going on. And also solutions too. Like you just, send them to the site, and then have, each of the concerns laid out, like one by one, each is a different line item. And then within that, have like potential solutions or other things to consider, or, or figure out, well, okay, this really is something to be concerned about. So, okay. Which I've been not necessarily dragging my feet on the web development. It's just like not knowing where to start, getting bogged down with so many things, and then it's just like, oh, you can just do it with GitHub, easy. I mean, they're not fancy ones, but I mean, even just being able to have JavaScript, I feel like I can do quite a bit. Like I think I can already do the like automatic question generating ones. The only problem is, ooh, and you know what? It doesn't matter. I don't really need a database. I can write to a file. I'm pretty sure. Now that I'm thinking about it, I have access to read from the local directories. I wonder if I can write a file, and then that would mean I could make it persistent data. Same with reading from a file. So then the online like math problems, I can gamify it too, and like do basically like a math blaster maybe. Oh man, the possibilities. Reminds me of stickdeath.com. That's what my buddies and I used to go see. It was just like stick figures killing each other. It's very violent. So, like we'd be going to the website and then like changing it and then deleting our history before we left. Like we knew how to cover our tracks, but then like and I gotta wonder how much our teacher actually knew or cared or looked at. So uh yeah, it's interesting. Thinking about my high school teachers and my middle school teachers for computer classes. I mean, because we did keyboarding. Then I did some Adobe Photoshop stuff like computer usage classes. Started to do a programming class, learned the very basics of C++. Didn't really do much with it. I mean, we only spent a little bit of time on it. I mean, I was able to figure out the basics like C in, C out, and the double arrows. But, and then come back to it, 10, 15, 20 years later. Like, oh, this is how you do that. I wrote a lot of code in C++. What I really need to figure out is how to host Dockers online. 'Cause if I could do that and just make like a Docker farm, or not farm so much, just like a Docker hub, or have a few images that I work and create with, that would be neat. Oh no, full. Oh, oh no. Alright, sorry. I might go take a nap. What time is it? Jeez, actually, it's almost getting time for bed. Guess I'm getting older. So, let's see. Is it nighttime? Let's go ahead and posit some stuff. There we go. Use the flotsam. I think what I might do, I guess I'm just kind of done musing. Like, I've now accomplished what I was set out to do for a while now, is have like some kind of persistent form of keeping track of projects and what's going on, what needs to be done, and then I can use that to share that around with my colleagues, and then they can each contribute specifically to the sections. Like I have a couple colleagues working on like the actual education, like Colorado K through 12 standardized education, and then just kind of like I don't know, kind of like writing lesson plans and stuff, and I got to figure out how to like gamify, practice it and stuff, and all the different fun things that can happen. Um, Oh, and there's the alarm. So, yeah, so I guess I'm done with musings for now. Like, enough said about that, and maybe I just might relax for a little bit. Play some Bloodborne. So, alright, ta ta for now. I will see you in the next one.